Hi guys, this is Miss Nakamoto, and I'm going to talk to you about a word and something you may not have heard of before, but it's the word plagiarism. And as you see, it's spelled Plagiarism. And if you see very closely and look, it's almost like it's got the word liar, which that's not a very nice thing to hear. But being a liar is not a good thing. But if you want to remember how to spell the word plagiarism, after the G is an IAR. Um, we have Miss Tammy Allen. She's a professor at the University of Missouri, and she's going to talk to you a little bit about plagiarism. As you see, while she's talking, I've got the definition of what the word is. Hello, ma'am. How are you?
I'm fine.
Okay. I'm just going to let you talk now, okay?
Okay, welcome students. I would like to speak with you about plagiarism. As a professor, as I review my students' work, I have occasionally found students who decided to uh, shorten the learning process by going out and finding information on the internet and doing a copy paste and putting it into their work that they submit as their own work. It is a shame when this happens and that our students pay $1,800 per 3-hour course that they take here at our university toward their degree that they're earning. And when this occurs, we aren't allowed to give them credit for that work. And different professors handle it differently. Some zeros immediately. I, on the other hand, think that that is a shortcut. If we're early in the semester, I will give them their work back and have them redo it and give them 50% credit for the work. In that each piece of work that I give my students to do, I have designed to give them because it's part of our learning process. It's a paper or a project that leads to a final outcome in the semester that I'm wanting to achieve in our objectives. And that's why I have them redo the work rather than just give a zero. However, at the end of the semester, if I get a final project on the last day, it's too late to get that redone. And there have been some very bad consequences where I have graduate students in my classes, those working toward a master's degree, as well as undergraduate students. And depending on where their grade point is at the time, if I find them plagiarizing on their final project, I had one group go from one student ending up with a C, which, by the way, was the highest score, down to an F. And that was enough to cause that student to fail the course, which was a total loss of $1,800 of his money or his parents' money. It was really a shame, totally uncalled for. We had worked all through the semester on the project, and why they would have chosen to do this right at the end to take a shortcut, I still don't understand. So I am here to wish all of you the very best and think about this at your young age that you never want to get caught in this trap. You don't want to become that college student who's paid $1,800 and sat through 16 weeks of class and then makes a bad mistake like that and ends up losing all that time and money, because each day of our life is very important and we want to spend it wisely. So learn well, and we don't learn by cheating and plagiarizing. We learn by doing our own work, and it makes us become better people. Thank you.
Thank you, Miss Allen. That was great. And you guys can see in the classroom where there's a picture of me when I was young. Well, the girl on the right is my best friend, Miss Tammy Allen, who has a degree. Well, tell them what you have.
Well, I have a master's degree in environmental occupational health and safety, and I'm working on my doctorate in educational leadership.
Yes. And if she were to do something like this, she would throw away how much money?
Thousands and thousands. Probably at this point I would lose, if I were to plagiarize, I would lose at least $11,000 to $12,000 right now. I would never do that, ever.
You would probably lose your job too, and your respect.
Oh, I probably would lose my job as well, absolutely.
Yes, and your
The word
income.
would travel quickly.
Yes, it would be very embarrassing.
It's just not the ethical, moral, right thing to do. And we all want to do that.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye.
Okay.
Okay, students, Miss Allen is going to talk to you about a website that she uses. It's called Safe Assign by Blackboard. Hi, Miss Allen. I just want you to share with him how you use this website to help you keep your students in class and doing well. Go ahead.
Well, with the Safe Assign, any of their papers that they submit, I get them to submit them to me electronically, and I can put them into this Safe Assign, or I get them to submit them direct through Safe Assign, and it automatically will give a report as far as the number of times it picks up either a part of a sentence, a quote, or even a reference that has been used by anyone in the past, either at our university, any university, anywhere on the internet. I don't tend to use this particular software as often as I just look out on the internet myself, because this tends to show a very high number of incidences of plagiarism. When I go back and spend time to determine why, it ends up being that it's the references. And that's because it picks up any time, for instance, a book has been referenced. If anyone's ever referenced that book anywhere in the world, it shows as plagiarism on this student's paper. So that takes quite a bit of my time to sort through that. So I don't tend to use this software as often as I do other methods, but it is something we have available for this use. They are trying to give us more and more tools to help us better manage our students and avoid plagiarism here on our college campus.
Okay. And what I did while you were talking is I showed them the website, and it's got places where professors can talk to other professors about how they're using this and what to do to discipline a student who gets caught. So, you know, you told us what happened, and I don't want my students to ever have this happen to them, nor to embarrass themselves, because it's rather embarrassing getting caught, don't you think?
Oh, and one other time I had I don't know if you call this plagiarism. This is more just a way of cheating, okay? I had a student turn in a paper in my class in system safety where he was supposed to analyze the system, and I had been teaching them all these different analytical techniques, and they were supposed to pick one, and they were supposed to go through all of the steps, and I'd been teaching them all through the semester how to do it. Well, he had told me early in the semester what he was going to do his project on. Well, at the end of the semester, he turns in a report by himself where he's not even in a group, where earlier in the semester he was in a group. He turns in a paper by himself that's an accident investigation on a scissor lift. And I was like, what's up with this? I said, Wes, what happened with you being in the other guy's group? When you in the group with Steve Mannering and those guys? And he's like, well, that just didn't really work out. I didn't end up staying in their group. And I said, oh. I said, so you know what the scope of this project was to do an analytical technique in system safety. And I said, you've turned in this paper that's an accident investigation of a scissor lift incident. That doesn't really fit a system safety analysis.
Mm-hmm.
And he just sort of mumbled around and danced around, didn't really tell me anything. And I just felt very weird when he left, really weird.
Mm-hmm.
And I decided after he left to go around the hall and talk to one of the other professors about it. And I showed him the paper, and he said, yeah, that's the same paper Wes turned in to me for our accident investigation class.
Oh, he was double dipping.
Yeah.
Can you hold on a second? I'm gonna take them to our website.
So I don't.
Hold on,
You
Tammy.
wouldn't really call that plagiarism, but that's definitely another form of, what do you call it?
Cheating.
Other than double dipping.
I guess using one assignment for 2 classes. So if you took a social studies,
I give him 0.
yeah.
And when he come unglued on me about it, you know what I told him?
What?
I said, if you'd have been honest with me about it, I might would have given you 50% credit.
Mm-hmm.
But you wasn't. You were dishonest with me about it.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't feel like I can give you any credit for this, Wes. Do you know that kid is my friend on Facebook? He graduated. He ended up graduating. He's gotten a good job out on an oil rig, and he's my friend on Facebook and sends me pictures and stuff all the time.
Okay, say goodbye to my students.